Hello, I'm Mike. And I just edited an 11-minute 4K video without editing once in a traditional video editor. My AI agents actually did all of it. Yes, I reviewed by leaving 4K file is sitting on my Mac Studio right now. Nobody has seen this video yet, and by the end of this stream, yep, I'm actually going to write the title, the description, the tags live, and publish it to my channel all from one place, without going to anywhere else, without opening an editor, without opening YouTube Studio as I usually would. Let me show you exactly how this works. Now, I'm using a tool called Buzz. It's new, it's 2 weeks old, and it's hard to keep up in this age with all of the new things that are releasing like every single week. But this really does change everything. And I've been losing sleep over the last 2 weeks. I'm just so excited about the possibilities this opens. It's just beyond anything I've ever experienced before. Now, for those of you that don't know, Buzz is kind of like Slack, but your team are all AI agents, and you can throw another human in there and do multiplayer AI. It's truly revolutionary. Like, I see it. It's the future of work. It's the future of how we're going to get intelligence jobs done and how action is going to be taken on the internet. It's phenomenal. And not only that, they've just launched a new mobile app, and I was literally jamming back and forth with my agents about this live stream earlier on when I was in the city. It's just bonkers. So, think of Slack, Discord, lots of AI agents, easy to add them and set them up. Maybe before I show you anything about video editing, I give you a small little insight into how I've set up my Buzz instance, because that will really help you. So let me give you a small guided tour and then we'll dive into the video editing. So at the moment on my screen, I've actually got the Mac Mini that I'm running Buzz on. Now, by the way, if you've never even tried Buzz out, you definitely need to watch the other videos that are on my channel, but all you need to do is go to buzz.xyz and download the app. And if you want to join in the fun, by the way, I've got a link to my community where we're literally teaching and learning Buzz together. It's awesome. We're on our own private Buzz server. And if that sounds like an abnormal or foreign concept to you, it's essentially like a Discord server, right? Everyone can set up a Discord server to serve their community. I've set one up to serve the members of my community. We do cool things like share compute and watch each other's AI agents work in public. But enough of that, let me show you a little bit of the setup before we dive into video editing. So this is Buzz on my Mac Mini, and I've really got it dialed in. So I've got one channel that I'm going to be using soon to spin up new channels. And this comes from a project you're working on, right? Okay, and I've actually, and I want to do a dedicated video on this at some point, I want to do a second brain video. By the way, I can already see Floxy is tuned in and people are watching on X as well, so say hello, it's nice to see you in the chat, let me know where you're watching from. The second brain is just a place I chuck all my thoughts into now. This is going to be a totally separate video, but I always thought Obsidian and the whole like graph thing with lots of dots everywhere was just like, okay, that looks pretty, but what does it actually do? Now, because Buzz has such a good memory and agents can cross-reference and look through channels, everything can go there. I've got stuff for my YouTube channel, and this is just phenomenal. It's already learned my style. And down at the bottom, I've got all my YouTube ideas I'm either working on or about to publish. I spin them up as a channel with a prefix and concept in Buzz. So you can make agents for every single different task that you might want to possibly do. If you can think of anything you want to actually get out there and get achieved, then you can make an agent for it. And it's best to make a dedicated agent for everything that you're trying to do. So let me show you exactly how that works. Now, if I go into my agents here, these are the default agents you get set up with, Fizz, Honey, and Bumble. Don't really use those. Actually, it'd be nice to delete them, but they keep coming back for some reason. I don't know why. Then I do stuff like manage infrastructure, right? So I've got a lot of servers and stuff, and I'm serving my community with lots of different tools. So Amazon Web Services, Always used to hate managing that. Now I've got an agent that's got some keys that can do that for me. Same with Cloudflare. Agent manages that. Want to pop up a website, a service, a worker, whatever it is. I just tell, I add Cloudflare to a channel. I say, hey, Cloudflare, set up this worker to do this thing. And then when it's done and I want to continue the project, I remove the agent. Now think of the power there already, right? You can add an agent to do a scoped task and then take it out of the channel when it's done. I mean, for me, that's huge. I don't want like every channel and every agent having my Cloudflare credentials, but I'm quite happy temporarily adding that Cloudflare agent to a channel to get a job done. Dionysus is learning my voice and helping me to write things like YouTube titles, descriptions, things like that. Love a bit of grok. Beast is basically a dedicated Mac Mini that I've got with browsers on. Anything that really doesn't want me to get into it agentically as a website, I use Browser Beast that actually drives a real browser, and in many cases looks at logged in things like my YouTube Studio to get stats, juicy stats I can't get from the API. Why YouTube? Why can I not get retention graphs on my videos from the YouTube API? So I drive Browser Beast, which is actually the icon of Firefox, but with a wolf, because I've got Theme here who writes the metadata. She's quite trained on the kind of metadata I want on my channel. School for managing my community. And Zeus, I recommend highly that you have a chief of staff in Buzz, because a chief of staff really gets to know you and does everything for you. Ask questions, by the way. I can see Mr. Bob in there. I can see Xfox UK in there as well. So we've got a lot of cool people watching this stream right now, which is absolutely awesome. I'm so excited about this. We're live all over the place, and I'm going to show you how it works. So let's go ahead. Let's go into the place where I'm editing the video, because that's really what you've come for, isn't it? You've come to watch me edit a video without opening a traditional editor like Premiere or DaVinci Resolve or anything like Final Cut, right? I'm doing it inside Buzz. And I got excited about Buzz a couple of weeks ago when it first launched, and I was like, I see exactly what they're trying to do here, and this is freaking awesome. Better than anything I've ever used before in AI. And then I didn't realize they've added a fully fledged video player that allows you to essentially feedback on videos. So look, I'm just going to pop this open. This is Kairos did his first pass from an edit plan that was revised a few times by my chief of staff to get it bang on. And I pop this open. Look at all these comments here. Now I'm going to show you exactly how this works in a minute. We can actually go, let's click into a comment. So I've left timestamp comments on this video. You'll see it's been cut down to just under 8 minutes here. Now I want to say up front, and I hope this gets sorted in the future, it'd be cool if it does. Buzz have a limit on the amount of video you can upload in one upload. So essentially that hard cap is 100 megabytes of video and 10 minutes maximum. Now, a couple of ways I've got around that is, first of all, my videos actually go out on the channel in 4K 60 frames per second. I've got like a really nice Sony camera sitting over there behind the glass, and I want to use all the power of it even when I live stream. So I go 4K 60. Now, obviously doing that, let me actually show you, because I've got the drive here. Let me bring this onto the screen. So this is actually the drive on Gaia, that's running on Gaia, which is my Mac Studio M3 Ultra. It's got really beefy GPU, so it's great for rendering. Now look at this. First of all, this is the raw video I recorded in OBS Studio. It's 70 gigabytes. Now, I'm not gonna upload 70 gigabytes to my Buzz Relay, that's my Buzz server that's running on a VPS, because, well, the SSD on there is 40 gigabytes. I'd literally destroy my VPS. And even though I've plumbed Buzz into Amazon S3, that's definitely the way to go if you're doing Buzz seriously for business, and I recommend you do Buzz seriously for business. There are so many business cases for using Buzz. Get S3 plumbed in, but you don't want to be chucking 70 gigabytes of Apple ProRes videos into S3 either, because your Amazon S3 bill is going to go whoop. Why they exist? You don't want a community member uploading 70 gigabytes of video to your community. So understandably, the team at Buzz have put restrictions. They've said, okay, let's limit videos to 10 minutes and 100 megabytes max. Now, I think that maybe we could up that a bit, maybe 200 megabytes max, and maybe, I don't know, a bit more. Maybe the limitation on time on video could be upgraded. I'll show you why. So when I record my videos, I record in OBS, and I set OBS to use the Apple ProRes engines on my Mac Studio, because it's far better than making HVEC or MP4s on the fly. That takes a lot of GPU, and it chokes my Mac Studio M1. This is going to get quite technical in terms of video and production for YouTube, so stick with me if I speak too technically. Slow me down, ask me questions. Matt is in the X chat. I've got eyes on X as well, so if you're in on X, come and say hello. Actually, I can see, I love the fact that X shows me where people are watching from. Got loads of people watching in the US right now. I've got Switzerland in the house. I've got the UK, people from the Netherlands. I've got Japan in the house, and most of you are watching me on the web. That's thanks to X, really awesome. Right, so here's the raw video I made, and this was made in Apple ProRes because this is the best format for editing. I don't want to store this kind of stuff on my drive, but like for the AI to edit on my Mac Studio M3 Ultra, it's fine. Let me just show you how I record. So I always start up, and then when I start, I sync with a clap like that.
Watch this. I've just asked my AI...
And then I go ahead and do the thing, right? And I go through, I film a video like I have done here, but you can see a lot of this is just me being quiet and going through and looking at things and setting things up and staring blankly at the screen like this. And I go through and I say a bit and I mess a bit up and I say another bit, and then I look around and I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't know what's going on. Something's broken again. Like, this is a lot of my life when I'm filming videos. Like, that's why I love doing live streams, because I have to get it right the first go. Like, there's no re-edit, right? So when I film a YouTube video that you'll watch on my channel and it comes out at 8 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, as you can see, the video that we're going to publish by the end of this live stream ended up being around 35 minutes of recording time. So that was one of my shorter videos, but often when I'm doing very technical AI explainers on my channel, you know, those videos take me on average 2 to 3 hours to film. And when I'm doing something extremely technical or something that's really finicky, I can spend 5 hours recording a video. So the best thing that AI has already solved, and I think we've all seen this, is it can transcribe your video with word-level transcription, and it can tell you which bits to keep. And it does it seamlessly. So you need to use a good transcription model, and by default, actually, I find AI like Claude Code will go out and say, yeah, I'm going to download a local whisper model to your Mac and transcribe, and all the words come out mangled and the timestamps aren't accurate and the edits are awful. That's not because AI is dumb, that's because you're using a bad transcription. Now, I want to say I'm not sponsored by any of these tools I'm showing you or telling you about. I'm just excited about them. Assembly AI are brilliant. Believe me, I've tested every transcription tool, and that's the first thing you have to get right if you want to edit video with AI. Use a really good AI transcription tool. Assembly AI for me is it, and I think they give you something like $50 of credits, and I've been using them for like a long time, and I've still got $35 of free credits left, which is insane. So they don't charge much. It's like literally cents per hour of transcription. Really good service. So they give you word-level JSON files, and let's go back now and look at Buzz and see how I've done things. So I fed in, and I don't want to bore you with the rendering, that's why I did that all earlier, and I've even got you some real stuff to show in a second, like I'm going to give some real-time feedback. I fed in that 35-minute video, so that raw ProRes video, as my first prompt to Buzz, and I had agents all with custom prompts like Zeus, you're the one who organizes this, Karos, you're the one who edits the video, and Theme, you're the one who eventually will meta tag my video ready for upload, okay? And it took that, and it did some back and forth. Karos and Zeus did a back and forth, decided what they were going to edit, and then gave me this final video. Now, I'm not going to bore you by playing you the whole video. What I'm going to do is in this live stream, the end will be trying to upload the video to this YouTube channel you're watching now, or if you're watching on X or LinkedIn, to my Creator Magic YouTube channel, and the idea will be to completely end-to-end have planned a video, edited a video, and published a video without doing anything else than working inside Buzz. So let's have a look at this really cool video player. So you'll see all of these emojis with my face on. That's where I've left timestamps comments. And I say at this point, an example of the thing should be happening on the screen. So if I actually play the intro.
I've just asked my AI agent a question inside Buzz, and the answer is coming back from a computer in the next room.
Okay, so that's my 7-second intro, which is great, but I was like, actually, I want to actually show that rather than just have me on screen. So it edited, and I'll give you the result that came back eventually. I also asked for captions in a second round of revisions, and I got this.
Watch this. I've just asked my AI agent a question inside Buzz, and the answer is coming back from a computer in the next room, not from OpenAI.
So isn't that really cool? Look at what happened there, okay? And not only did it go ahead and show on the screen exactly the thing I was talking about from later on in my video, it knew the context, but I also asked it for confetti in the second round of revisions, and it put the confetti on screen. Like, it's absolutely insane. And not only did it make me a captionless version, but it also made me
watch this. I've just asked my AI agent a question inside Buzz, and the answer is coming back from a computer in the next room.
It made me a version with captions, and later on we'll look at how this can be used to make shorts. So let's have a look through later on. Now I can click on any of these comments to skip right through the video to wherever I want. So say, let's go later in the video. Let's actually go to and see what this comment is.
And the wire on my computer.
So this is a comment at 3:39. Now, one thing I've noticed actually is it'd be nice if the comments box over here jumped with the comment I was clicking on. That doesn't seem to be a behavior that's baked in yet. So I've left all my thoughts. Literally, I just play this back and I actually play it on double speed. There's a double speed selector there and I can choose. So I say things like, you did a short flash of my camera before screen share, not needed, you know, take it out. There was a place earlier on where I said, when I say 1 trillion, make a really cool trillion number animation on the screen and a soft counting up SFX. Now I think, yes, I can click and it jumps me to the point in time where I'm asking for that.
Now the question everyone asks me next, where does my prompt actually go?
Now, actually, I put that, I might need to go back a little bit because I said 1 trillion just slightly earlier. Let me put that back down to single speed and you can see this. Let's see if we can get that here.
Now the question everyone asks me next, where does my Google machine, so we've all got a mixture of agents. You ask.
Anyway, it's showing cards and bits like that. Maybe I can actually show you in the final produced video all of these cards on the screen like this. It blurred my face as I was talking. I wanted it to show the Buzz blog post that I was talking about. It even went out to the web, grabbed that post and scrolled through it to show it on screen during my speech about the blog post. Put all of these things out, so made a really nice explainer video. This is the trillion parameters bit, so let's play that bit back.
Tested that with models up to 1 trillion parameters.
What I'm going to do is I asked later on in my chat for Kairos to actually make 3 shorts out of the long form video I'm about to publish by the end of this stream. And if we actually go here, you'll see it made 3 different shorts. Now, what you'll see is I said, I want you to make simple shorts and not change too much. So let's actually play this back. I'm actually going to stick on my headphones and we'll have a listen. We'll leave some comments and see if we can get a revision in real time.
And that brings me on to the bit that I'm not going to skip. The person whose machine answers your phone call, right, can actually read what you sent it. Now that's not a bug, that's actually just how it works. The engineer who built it actually said it the best. He said it's like neighbors sharing power tools. It comes down to trust. So share compute.
All right, so we're talking about share compute there. Let's actually go back and leave some comments and see if we can get a revision. First of all, I really want this to be vertical format, not a squashed horizontal format video. So the very first comment I'm going to leave on this video is, okay, this is horizontal format squashed into a vertical format. I'd actually like you to frame my face all the way through this short, please. And by the way, you only have to do this once because afterwards you tell your agents yes, in the initial setup while you get this dialed in, and literally there's a lot of rough edges. It's the first time I've tried to do this inside Buzz. Like Buzz and the agents are learning how I want my videos edited. But once I get it dialed in, I'll tell my agents to remember that. And the next time they don't need to go and figure out how I want my videos edited. So they don't need to think, oh, you know, I have to learn hyperframes or remotion all over again. I have to learn how to cut shorts. I have to learn which transcription tool to use. They will just know. And that's the beauty of spending one time doing the process and spending 5 hours on it. And then the next time it'll be 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes. Literally, I imagine a place with this where I will spend, you know, the biggest chunk of my time making the content, filming the video. And when that 3-hour raw, terrible video with many retakes is done, I will drop it into a folder on my Mac Studio. I will type into a Buzz channel, the Buzz channel that I'm working on the video on, and the agents will go off and do it for me. I'll go and have dinner. I'll come back 20 minutes later. Video is edited end to end. And it's like, just waiting for your approval to publish it on YouTube, Mike. And that is my dream. And because I'm setting up separate Buzz channels for each video idea I have, I actually iterate. The first thing I do is when I get an idea, and I get lots of them, and I'm on the move, and now the mobile app's really good. I can talk into the mobile app. I can say, hey, got this idea. I want to do something on shared compute with Buzz, or I want to cover, Cloudflare kitesurf, which has just been announced. Can you spin up a channel, put a brief in there, go and do some research and find out about it? I come back, we do the research, we plan it out. And here's the coolest thing. The thing that I took the longest to retire when editing in Premiere was correcting words in the transcript. Like, I was so OCD. Those SRT files that go up to YouTube, I want them to be super accurate. And now, because AI has the context of what I'm planning and talking about, it can make those transcripts 100% accurate. If I'm talking about Claude code, it's never again going to say Cloud code. Or claw as in a Claude code. It's always going to say the real Claude code, right? This is just things like this. Very OCD when it comes to tagging videos. Anyway, so you have to do it once, get the process dialed, and then you're there. Let's go back and look at it a little bit more. Okay, so it's horizontal. Yeah, I want it. Let me actually tell it specifically. I want you to go actually through the whole video frame by frame and make sure my face is in all the time. And also you're going to need to completely re-render the overlays, and I'll give you timestamp comments on what I want because it needs to be good for a vertical format and not horizontal, please. And I want you to make sure when you put the overlays I ask for in this set of revisions, don't cover a face or anything and make them fit perfectly. Okay, that's, if you like, the initialization prompt for 0 seconds. Now, you'll see my agent has seen it, and it's got a response. It's not going to do anything right now because I've already briefed my agents. When I give timestamp comments, don't take action till I say go. That's important because I've set up Buzz specifically to listen to every post that I make. So that's the way it is right now. But it's not going to take action. It's just going to know that's what I've said. Now, let's play a bit more and give comments in real time, and we'll see if we can get this short dialed in. And that brings me on to the bit that I'm not going to skip. Okay, I'm not going to skip. Okay, where I say I'm not going to skip, make a really tense suspension kind of jump frame with maybe a gasp sound effect and a shocked emoji. Okay, I'm just trying to be as creative as possible here. I want to make a really cool short in real time for you to show you the kind of power of how I believe we're going to be directing agents to make creative work in the future. There's going to be no timelines, no editors, no waveforms. It's all going to be like directing with the voice. You literally change that for me, just like you would with a human editor. So let's go through and do some more. The person whose machine answers your phone call, right? Okay, so the person whose machine answers your phone call. Here, when we talk about machine answering a phone call, can you put like, I don't know, can you find a little emoji or animated GIF of like some machine answering a phone call as I say that with the caption on screen? Again, I'm just doing random stuff to really give some feedback and show you how you can give feedback in Buzz in the inline video player to get something cool. It can actually read what you sent it. When I say read what you sent it, can you have like maybe a magnifying glass going over some text, please, here? Okay, let's go on. Now, that's not a bug. That's actually just how it works. The engineer who built it actually said it the best. He said it's like neighbors sharing power tools. Okay, at this point, I want you to make sure that quote is prominent on screen, like neighbors sharing power tools. And I actually want you to display a bunch of like power tool style emojis on the screen and maybe have a very soft in the background, much quieter than my voice, sound of a chainsaw ramping up or something. That would be quite cool. Okay, so we'll put that in. That's the comment at that stage. And look, all these comments are going in with timestamps. So this is the coolest thing. And look, they're actually, and this is what my OCD is singing here, they're actually at the decimal point. It's not, if you want to be really finicky, and I don't like that frame, it's like the way I was doing it, because I've been doing a lot of agentic editing even before I got inside Buzz, I have been literally having a copy open in Premiere and then Claude Code, and then I've been skipping to the frame, and I'm like, at this frame, can you do this? And then I'm back over to Premiere, and I'm like, right, that doesn't look right. At this frame, and copying the frame number over, can you do this? And now Buzz has literally changed that with this inline video player. I can now give these timestamp comments. So let's play more. It comes down to trust. All right. Here, where we show the picture and name of the engineer at Block, can you make sure their picture is a little more prominent and make sure that their name is there along with their position, and just make it look really nice and animate it in with like confetti and a glow around the box. That would be cool. Again, like I say, this might not be... I probably will put this short out actually on the channel as well, but I'm trying to be as creative as possible here to really show you how you can take something mediocre, you know, just like a horizontal style video that's had no changes, and make it into something cool. Let's play. And the reason it can re-render this, by the way, because you might say, well, how is it going to re-render all this text and your blurred out face, is because it's set up a tree, the raw files are still available to it, and the AI just knows how to work with them, which is the coolest thing. Okay, so let's go back. Once we set this rolling, by the way, I can see a bunch of comments coming in, so I'm going to get to your comments. Obviously, this is real time, so I want to answer any questions you have. So share compute with people you trust. Love the beat on share compute with people you trust. Can you make that come on the screen as big single words? Share compute with people you trust. Each word on the beat with a beat sound effects, like a beat sound effect under each word as I say it. Again, trying to be like super creative, you know, creative director. And that's exactly why Buzz Ooh, now I want to do something cool. And this is something I've done with my previous video edits just to show you how cool agentic video editing is. When I mention the word Buzz, I'm talking about the product Buzz from Block. I want you to go out and find the Buzz logo. You'll probably find it somewhere in the GitHub repo. And I'd like you to show it on screen floating around, please, as I say the word Buzz. Okay, notice I didn't give it a URL. I didn't say go here, download the SVG here. I'm just like, go out and find the Buzz logo. And I'm specific, Buzz by Block, because it's still a very new product. And if I didn't say that, I might go and find a B, a random B. So let's play some more. Gates this on your community membership. Only members of your community. Oh, gates this on your community can share your mesh, not mesh. Okay. When I say the word mesh, put a really cool sound effect underneath, softly under my voice, and kind of show a spider's web forming on the screen with lots of computers attached to it. Let's put that in, send that off. Not the whole internet. Not the whole internet. And look at that finish, all right? That's really rubbish. So, and the reason I'm doing a short is because I've already done the long form video and we're going to actually publish that on this stream. So it will go to the channel. But a long form video takes about 20 minutes to render, whereas a short might take just a few minutes. So it's better for a real live example. I thought about doing this Buzz video editing as a dedicated video, but it's like, how am I going to make a video and edit the video while I make the video? That's kind of, it's way too meta. So I thought this kind of content will work better as a live stream. Okay, so the ending, as you can see, is bad because it's literally just cut mid-swipe from my original video. So I'll just say, okay, this video ends really badly because it's like in the middle of like a swipe transition. So can you add your own sort of maybe explosion and a 2-second end card with bees flying around and like a buzzing sound effect in the background, and if you could put the Buzz logo in the center on that kind of Buzz yellow background, that would be awesome. And that's it. Oh, and also make sure you have really cool captions appearing in a text-safe place for shorts and not covering anyone's face. So it looks really epic. Re-render all the overlays to follow all the instructions I've given you. I don't want you to use any of the overlays from the original video, please. Make this really good and engaging for shorts. Okay. So, like, as you can see, like, I've spent a lot of effort really making those instructions good because I kind of want to get a really decent result. So, and I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I'll take my headphones off now because I'm not editing anymore. Like, AI really does give out what you put into it. Like, the creative taste is so important to make a good outcome, right? If you just go ahead and, like, I don't know, just say, make me a good short, it's not going to be way as good as what I've done here. And I really believe now Buzz with this inline timestamped editor gives me the chance to do it. Okay, so you can see what I've done here. You can see now all my timestamp comments appear here. And remember, Buzz is like just over 2 weeks old. Like, I have so many requests for this video editor. And I earlier discovered that Ken on the block team is behind this awesome video editor. So Ken, I might be on your tail to say things like, yes, I would like to be able to click a comment and jump to it and have it jump here in the comments and jump seamlessly in the video player. I would like to expand this video player and make it bigger. There's so many things I would like to do. I'm so sorry, Ken. I really, honestly, I apologize. Anyway, now I've put all these comments in, you'll see that I can cross out of that player. Now, Kairos actually made me 2 other shorts, but I'm going to leave those for the moment and just get this one. So look at this, inline, and this is what I love about Buzz, is it threads replies, okay? Kind of like you might see on Discord or Slack. Yeah, so it keeps everything in line. So like I've got the main short I'm working on. All of the work on that short is contained in this thread. The same if I was to work on short 2, all the work would be in that thread. And short 3, all the work there. Zeus is my chief of staff and he's just checked over Kairos's work and he said it's all good and okay. Now, he's already asking me questions, and one thing I've got to say, I'm still dialing this in, so it's rough around the edges, but it's like, basically I'm finding this very, very, oh, and look at this, actually, Zeus has gone ahead and realized I've given my last comment and already authorized Kairos to go and edit short 1. He's like, short 1 rebuild. I didn't even say Zeus go, he's just like, Kairos, off you go. So as you can see now, down here, Kairos is typing, and what that means is Kairos is working on the short. So that's good. It's talking about source geometry and things like that. Layout, face has to be tracked, no blur plate. So it's picked up all my comments, overlay canvas and all of this, the beats. So he's like translated and look, he's even giving creative ideas. Look at these power tools. He's like, go ahead and use these power tools when Mike does the power tools quote, the emoji beats with the phone and the telephone like that, giving all kinds of technical things like audio instructions, which I understand as an old audio guy, the mesh and stuff to use here, QA before you post, and all of this. Kairos has confirmed this. Look at this. So this is what I said earlier in the week that makes Buzz so cool, is it's multiplayer. These agents just work between each other till the work's done. So Zeus takes my comments, like pumps them up, hands them off to Kairos. Now, at the moment, I'm thinking about how to architect my agents to make this really good. I'll leave this on the screen. Actually, maybe I'll crush that in and talk to you in a different view, because that would probably work well. Maybe a view like this. So we can keep an eye. The moment Kairos delivers, we'll be able to see here. But at the moment, he's like working away. I'm finding my agents quite verbose, very verbose, in fact. And this is something, I don't know, that's probably something I have to do with my own prompts. To just make sure they're tight, because it's a lot of stuff for me to read. But at the moment, I'm just testing this out. So I'm hoping that in just a few minutes, Kairos should come back with that short created. What does he say here? I can't read it. It's stuck under 40 new messages. But I think he's estimating around 20 minutes to re-render this short. It might be shorter than that. And the best thing is, mid-turn, I can direct Buzz. So if this happens to take ages, I can just get back to Zeus and I can say, what's Kairos up to? And he'll actually check what's happening on the Mac Studio M3 Ultra. So we'll keep an eye on him, and I'll explain the architecture I've got going on under the hood. Then I'll answer some of your questions, because I can see a bunch of stuff coming in here. So I have a Mac Studio M1, and this is the Mac Studio that I do my work on, and I use to talk to Buzz, my window to my Buzz agents. This is my everyday machine. This is where I live stream from and do all of this stuff. Then I've got a Mac Mini sitting in a cupboard. This mints and runs all my agents. It's always on. The agents do their work there, their scratch, they create their memories, their markdown files there. Everything happens on that Mac Mini. Now, because the Buzz team are moving so fast, and they've actually made some noises on X that this might be possible to mint an agent that lives on your relay, which would be on a VPS or maybe a local server or something like that you're hosting.
This would be actually really good because it means I don't have to host my agents on that Mac Mini. It can become redundant or be used for shared compute. And suddenly I can put all my agents on the relay. So that would be an interesting comment, a bit of feedback, I suppose, from the Buzz team, which I think they're actively working on. But at the moment, yeah, I have my everyday machine, Mac Studio M1. I've got the Mac Mini running my more than 10 agents, 10 plus agents now. And then I've got the Mac Studio M3 Ultra. This is a beast. This has 256 gigabytes of RAM. It can run meaty models. It's really, really cool. And basically, that is the one that does my rendering. Now, the best thing is, because my local area network is all a trusted boundary, I don't have to worry about agents shuttling 70 gigabyte files to a VPS. It all happens on my very fast local area network that has Cat6 Ethernet, 10 gigabyte all the way around, 10 gigabyte, I don't know. You know what I mean. So running around, and we've got a 2 gig connection here, pipe out to the internet. So more than fast enough to pump videos and live streams out. So it's really, really cool. So that's the kind of setup. So this Mac Studio M1 is my work. Mini is running the agents. M3 is running the rendering and stuff like that. So that's how it's all working. Now, I see Kairos is still working away on this, so let's answer some of the questions that are coming in. Let's read some of these questions and some of these comments. We got Barry, who's watching from North Carolina in the US. Atta says, it's my first time here. Scotty's in and says, do you have a baseline of what your agents research when you get them to spitball your ideas? Dude, Scotty, this is freaking awesome. Like, I mean, Buzz has totally changed my life. And with the update to the mobile app, it's awesome. Let me see if I can actually demo this. So while we wait for Kairos to complete it, the app literally just updated this morning, and yeah, it's awesome. It's really cool. So, all right, yeah, and actually I don't mind showing you this because this is just like my behind the scenes of how I'm working under the hood, and I think you'll find it interesting, Scotty. So I've got this channel called Second Brain, and here's what I've thrown in it so far. Not much because I only set it up a few days ago, but this will be my second brain. So any links I find over the internet, anything that I find that's interesting, an X post, a YouTube. So first of all, I noticed that Vinny, who's an awesome creator on Buzz as well, he's put out some awesome videos about Buzz. So I threw some of his links in. Let me actually show you here. So Vinny on X made this brilliant post about having an ESP32, and I'm just a geek. I love all these internet things. And he said he was using it to run his radio station, which I think is pretty cool. So actually, I'm just going to quote post this now and say, this is pretty insane. Old radio guy here loving this. Yeah. As a dude who's worked in radio for a good few decades, I can definitely appreciate that. So Vinny put out this awesome post that I noticed recently. He said, I'm using this little connected device, and then I noticed somewhere in the feedback, I probably won't be able to find it, but this is the thing, I threw it in my second brain. So I don't need to remember it. And back over here, yeah, there were a couple of tweets, and at Hello World from the Block team got back and said there was a really cool comment about how you could use it and integrate it with Buzz. So immediately I was like, Zeus, can you go out and like investigate this? And if it's a potential video idea, sort it out. And like Zeus went ahead and did that. So it's like I now have like a channel idea sitting around for when I buy that thing. I can go ahead and iterate on that. I'll never, ever forget it, right? Which is brilliant. And I just absolutely love that. And then someone else sent me, a friend sent me this on WhatsApp, a recursive model harness. And I was like, need to look into that. So I got it researching. And then I got a ping about like Cloudflare's kitesurf, which I've only just looked into. I said, why is this important? Is it like a headless browser? So no longer do I need to open that up. I could just send it to Zeus in my second brain. Why is this important? Is it relevant to me and my audience? And immediately Zeus remembers. And I've even said here, remember, I want to do a video about how to use Buzz, and I want to be the counter video to all the AI bros who are showing nodes connecting in their Obsidian dashboard and saying how cool it is. There you go. I'm sharing my internal thinking with you, Scotty. So yeah, well, all the AI bros are like, look at my cool dashboard. Look at how these nodes connect. I'm like, yeah, but
how do I use it? So I kind of want to show how Buzz is my second brain in a future video. Now, while we wait for Kairos to complete that short edit, watch this. I'm actually going to go into my Buzz Ops instance and I'm going to create a new channel. Let's just call it Remember. Okay, this is, I'll spin this channel down when I finish. This is just as an example. Ongoing channel, we can leave it public. This is in my private ops anyway, so it doesn't matter. Remember, all right? Fresh new channel. Now, I can go ahead and add Zeus to it. Oh, actually, at the moment, I can't because I need to remote into my Mac Mini. Unfortunately, at the moment, the way it works on Buzz, you have to add the agent on the computer they're running on. You can't do it remotely at the moment. It would be nice if that was sorted. I'm sure it will be. So now I'm remoted into my Mac Mini via the native screen share app on my Mac. And now I can go into add agents up here. See, I can click this. It's just got me in at the moment. And then it'll load up this box and I can type in Zeus. Now, actually, what it would have been cool is I could have just asked Zeus to spin up this channel for me. So I'm doing it kind of the old school manual way, and you'll see Zeus is in. Okay, good. So now I don't need my Mac Mini anymore, and I'll go back here. This is my Mac Studio, the main work computer. Now, I'm viewing Remember. Oh, I need to join and participate in Remember. So let's join in. Okay, so now look at this. Zeus, I can't remember where, but somewhere I recorded something about a device, some like ESP device that can do something cool with Buzz, and I've got no idea what it was, but I think I wanted to do a video about it. Don't spin up any channels or start any projects on that. I just want you to literally give me a one-line reply reminding me of what this thought was and whether I recorded it in any channel and started an idea going on this yet. All right? And this is one thing, actually. So Zeus has seen this and he's going to provide me a comment. There was an awesome post, Scotty and others. Sorry, my community keeps popping up on the screen, but it is maybe a good time for an ad break and to say, I don't know why, it's a good time to say, if you want to build with Buzz, we are the biggest Buzz AI agent builder community on the internet. My school community here are not only doing cool things, we've just added a private server to the membership for everyone who's in my community. They get in to experiment on Buzz. We're also doing a community meetup actually in about a week and a half in Chicago. So if you guys are US based, please come and meet there. We've got like a bunch of people here who are actually attending. It's going to be exciting. You can get our private repos like Tank, which orchestrates coding, and also this cool discussion about how much a Buzz relay actually costs to run. For my members, I'm actually posting and literally sharing the stats live off my server and saying, actually, you can run it on this spec of VPS. This is how I'd set it up. This is what I do. So yeah, if that interests you, the link is down below. You can just join in and try out the community and see what you think. Now, I did actually want to show you this X post because I thought it was a legendary post. Let me find it from, where is it now? I can't find it. From Tyler at Buzz. And he has said somewhere, he posted this really cool post. You can see how excited I am about Buzz by the fact that my timeline is just Buzz. Ah, yes, I've got to share this with everyone. Tyler's quick few tips for Buzz. Let's go to the native post, and I'm going to share it in the chat channel on YouTube. He basically said, you want channels that come up and spin down for features or bugs, or in my case, YouTube ideas, or in your case, business ideas, okay? Your agents should create channels and add you to them and the team and post a kickoff message. Yeah, you shouldn't be spinning up channels. It's just like whatever your chief of staff is called. Hey, Zeus, spin up a channel for this idea and post a kickoff. And your agent is better at searching Buzz. We'll see that in a minute, and have around 10 named agents, which is exactly what I'm doing. It's actually a banger post on X, and I highly recommend you go check it out. So anyway, so following that, now we can go back and see I created this new channel with no previous context and just a message to Zeus, which was garbled, like something about an ESP and something like that. Zeus now, in his response, look at this. It's a 3ESP32 e-paper device as Buzz agent's idea. Boom, bang, straight on it. He said, order 3 of them and make them an agent in Buzz. Vinny posted it. He remembers that Vinny posted it. And he said, here they are in this tweet. And there is the exact tweet that I can go to. And Vinny said, baby steps. Now look at this. Because he also remembers how I like to make channels to plan YouTube ideas, he said, it's parked, say go, and I'll open your YT-prefix channel to think about this for a second, right? End to end. I get my Buzz agents to research the idea, like help me plan the video content, help me plan out how I'm going to present the video. It does that on my own server. I own my data. And what's really cool about this is I can actually tell the agents what I want to do with the stuff I'm creating. So for instance, think about this. I used to have a process, really clunky process, where I'd work in 20 different apps. And I'd finish editing in Premiere and going through and editing the transcript piece by piece as a human. Rendering would take 30 minutes and I couldn't do anything else on my computer while that render bar went. And then I'd take the video, upload it myself to YouTube, upload a copy to Google Drive. And I'm like, no. So I'm like, hey, Zeus, can you spin up an Amazon S3 container and just put all the videos that I publish in there? It's like, of course I can. Do you want to bring your AWS agent in to spin up the S3 container? Do it, Zeus. Okay. S3 container. And then Zeus is back to me and he's like, hang on, we can still save you some cash here. And I love the way Zeus is thinking. He's like, you don't want to keep your archive videos in S3 forever. He said, leave them for about 2 weeks and the RAWs, not the ProRes, because that will cost you quite a bit. Leave the raw renders. And then after 2 weeks, after everyone's happy, especially if it's a client, stick them out in Glacier where it takes you 12 to 48 hours to retrieve them. So they're not gone forever, but they're literally costing you pennies a year to store in like cold storage. I'm like, mind blown, Zeus, mind blown. Okay, so no, Zeus, I don't want you to spin up that channel yet. That's just in my second brain. But how cool is that? And this is how Buzz works. This is why I'm excited, because I literally did that on my mobile. I was literally sitting on a beach earlier on at Ladies Mile in Limassol, and I just had this idea, like, wouldn't it be cool to do something with Internet of Things? And I saw Vinny's message there, pasted it in, and then I was like on the Buzz app here. Let's go into the Buzz app. So on the Buzz app, I literally went into my second brain, which is here, clicked into the channel, clicked into second brain, and sorry, it's a bit blurry, can't see that. But then I switched on Apple Dictation, which is getting a lot better, by the way. And I said, remember this, I've just seen this thing and it's really cool. And we're going to do a video about it. Boom, sent to Zeus, done, back to my lunch. Awesome. And oh man, it's just, yeah, I've never felt so productive. Like, yeah, Buzz is connecting me to the hive mind. It's freaking awesome. So Zeus went off and remembered that, said, like, I'll start you a channel, I'll do whatever you want. And the best thing is it's like recursively self-improving. So it's like everything that's coming in now, it's like nudging me. It's giving me little nudges. So I still do my interaction on X, like manually with my mind as to how I want to do things, keeping the human in the loop there. But it does things like pulls out posts, and it says it's like surfacing things on a very personal level to me. So, and I'm like, this is just insane. Like, I've never had anything like this. Even with Hermes or OpenClaw, it's like going all over my stuff, and it just knows. And it literally pulled out a post from Matthew Berman. Matthew, another like awesome AI YouTuber. Really love Matthew's stuff. And it said, Matthew has just made a post and he said he hasn't had time to play with Buzz, but is really interested in it. He said, you've been living it in 2 weeks. Tell him that you'll share knowledge. And I was like, what a freaking brilliant idea. Hey, Matthew, if you want to get on a call, I'm happy to show you what I've been doing with it. It's just like, this is amazing. So Matthew, if you do watch this and we do that call, it's because Buzz. Anyway. Hope that helps. Scotty, I can see you've replied a few times. Yes, Buzz is life-changing, says Scotty. Makes Hermes looks like the kid chewed crayons. Okay, I don't want Hermes hate here. Hermes is good at stuff, and I still think the skills creation on Hermes is like killer. I love that self-improving skills thing, even though I think it burns through tokens like a beast. But, you've got to think of it this way. OpenClaw, Hermes have all led us to this point. And Buzz is like Jack Dorsey, who basically invented how we all communicate with each other worldwide about 2 decades ago, has said, how about we all organize around this idea called Buzz, where we can all be multiplayers and an AI plug into the Matrix style game? And I'm like, I'm totally on board. Like, this is it. And this is why, like, literally the first day I set up a members community server only for the members of the paying community, so it's a trusted group, and pulled people in, because I'm like, I want to ride that wave. I literally want to surf the crest of that wave with you guys, and that's what I feel we're doing. Spent the last week since you introduced it trying to find out how bad everything else is, learning things. It's awesome. Token spend is important, and I know Buzz team are optimizing that. Thank you, Scotty, for the really kind comments on the community as well. I really, really appreciate that. All right, let's go back in and look. We've talked about Second Brain and how cool it is. But look, I've got a notification. Kairos has posted some progress. Have we got a short to look at here? Ooh, okay. Oh no, that's a different one. That's actually the metadata for my live stream. One new, it's up here. It's in this thread. Kairos, what have you done? What have you done, dude? Have you rendered anything? Progress. Oh my goodness me. There's a lot of stuff going on here, but have we got a video here? Let's see. I can't see a video. Picked up, progress. Kairos is still working on it. Okay, maybe because I gave him lots of notes. He's taking a while to do this. Like I say, once I get something dialed in, it should be shorter. I'm going to ask Zeus though. Zeus, can you just check in on how Kairos is doing with the edit of that short and how close he is to finishing? Don't disturb him, just like check his progress, and if you could look on the M3 Ultra and just see what processes are running and report back, that would be cool. Okay, so we're just going to pull Zeus in. Zeus, as you can see, is seeing that. So now Kairos is working away, Zeus is working away and doing that. So, okay, nothing much to show you yet, but we will crack on with more of that edit very soon. Let's have a look. More of your comments. Mark Toffs is watching on X. Excuse me. Excuse me. Matt is in. Great minds think alike. That's awesome. So, we'll just wait for Zeus to respond there with an update. And in the meantime, what else have we got? Vivash says, I come from the film industry. This is wild. A lot of people are going to say, yeah, but I can edit better myself. That's not the point. This is the worst it will be. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And I'm saying this, I'm literally saying this, who's worked in audio and video for nearly 30 years. I'm literally saying, I think I can get rid of all products now that edit media. And that's big. Like, you know, the people that have been doing this stuff and like working with razor blade and tape and waveforms for years may be slow to die, but I'm like immediately, no. This is awesome. And once I get this process dialed in, this might take 20, 30 minutes now to render a single short. But once I've got it programmatically done, and I say, okay, Zeus, make sure Kairos knows that and saves it as his own skill. So every time he does a short, he can do it in 3 minutes rather than 20 or 30 minutes. Remember, these agents are learning from you as you go. And once the first round of long form video and shorts are created, I'll just tell Zeus to summarize everything we did, save it as a skill, and the next time Zeus will just orchestrate them and do it. It's awesome. So we can see here, checked 20 minutes in. It's at the last step before the render. Okay, so Kairos has been working hard. And do you know, I actually think I've got my architecture the wrong way around. And that's why we're all in this experiment together, right? Zeus runs on Claude Opus 5 via my Claude Max subscription, by the way, which is insane. Remind me to talk about cost, because I know you'll want to know how much this costs. It rides my subscription because, yes, if you didn't know, that's another cool thing. OpenClaw homies don't allow you to use your Claude sub, but Buzz does, because it uses a really cool protocol called ACP. I think that's Agent Communication Protocol. So it's using that, and it rides your max plan. So everything is on your unmetered subscription rather than an API flow, which I think is, again, another really insane thing that is definitely, you know, worth remembering here. So what else have we got here? You've got to remember that. Done and on disk. So at the moment it's learning. Zeus runs on Opus 5, which I thought would be fine. And I've actually put Kairos on Fable 5. So Kairos is working on one of the most powerful models. And I'm actually thinking I'll probably flip that. I probably need Zeus to be the very low verbosity chief of staff. And I probably need to tighten this prompt and say, your job in my buzz is to delegate, 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 delegate. Shortest replies possible. You tell the other agents how to do things. Your Fable 5, you delegate. And then I'd have things like Kairos doing the work on Opus 5 or potentially even Sonnet 5. So like I want to really dial this in. Isn't this interesting? And this Zeus has picked this up. One thing worth knowing, your live stream is on the same box and FFmpeg processors have been running. Progress, so yeah, that's the thing. Progress, all beat graphics built and still frame QA passed. Face collision gate, 0 violations across all frames. Okay, this is great. Re-render running now, around 7 minutes, audio mixed. Okay, this is interesting. So it's getting everything, chainsaw, web, B, it's picked it all up, mux and final sweep next. So I do apologize if my stream is dropping out. I absolutely forgot that I'm live streaming on the same box I'm rendering, so it's probably taking longer. And I do apologize if anyone's having like a dropout on my stream. Yeah, I probably shouldn't, but I can't do it any other way. So there we go. What else have we got here? So while we just let this roll and render out, I want to see a final thing. Cloud System says, amazing idea. Cyber says, CyberKel says, finally caught you live. I'm here from the United States. Blank's Rookie says, what AI models do you use for your agents? Oh, you read my mind. You literally read my mind. So there you go. Now you know. I'm using all Claude on my Max plan. Opus 5 for most of them. Sonnet for like script writers and metadata creators because they don't need huge power. And then Fable is, at the moment, Fable is my video editor. But I'm thinking of making Zeus my chief of staff, Fable 5. And I'm thinking of like really scoping his system prompt and saying low verbosity. Angelo is watching on X right now and says, Mike, is this really working? Or is it just some kind of like Discord clone? Because I hate Discord. Angelo, this is really working and it's way better than Discord. I tried to set up Discord a few times, never really got into it. I was invited to Slack communities, even ran a little bit of ops for my own business in Slack. Hated it. And then, and what I hate about, what I really dislike about Slack is I understand they have to make money. And I understand also that Buzz eventually is going to have to find monetization paths. And, you know, I understand they will find monetization paths. So there will be, you know, ways that they will look to do that. Maybe that'll be some kind of micro payment for agents. Maybe that'll be paying Block to host on their infrastructure. I don't know. Ooh. Very exciting. As I speak, a short has just popped up in my timeline. But the fact is, everything can live on a server. If you self-host this, because it's open source, Apache 2.0, it's free and open source. You can run this yourself. And yeah, I'm sure hosted solutions will come up at a charge. And that's also great. And I'm sure a lot of business and enterprise will go that route. Right. So progress, all graphics built. All right. Shall we give it a first pass and see what it did? I'm really excited to see this. Let's expand this out. Got a 31-second short. Okay, you and I watching this together for the first time. And that brings me on to the bit that I'm not going to skip. The person whose machine answers your phone call, right, can actually read what you sent it. Now, that's not a bug. That's actually just how it works. The engineer who built it actually said it the best. He said it's like neighbors sharing power tools. It comes down to trust. So share compute with people you trust, and that's exactly why Buzz gates this on your community membership. Only members of your community can share your mesh, not the whole internet. What the heck? That's insane. All right, guys, throw some emojis or some +1s if you like that. That was so good, I kind of want to watch it again. That literally one-shotted what I wanted. Oh my goodness. That took a little while, but you imagine, and also, listen,
once I get this dialed in and the skills come back better, and now we can see Buzz is following up. Okay, this is amazing. This is really, really amazing. This is so, so cool. Like, I love this. Like, I'm more than happy to, you know, give my notes on what exactly it is I want and leave this kind of stuff running overnight. You know, like, I know we're sitting here waiting with bated breath for the production to be made, but we don't have to, right? I can literally tell it to make 7 shorts, 7 square things for Instagram and LinkedIn, and then go and render overnight. And like, rather than try and render out video on the same box I'm using to live stream, I'll literally get it running overnight. And I'll actually end to end have Buzz publishing it. Like, I'll hook it to the X API. I'll say, throw these out on X, Instagram, throw these out on Insta, you know, everywhere. LinkedIn, use the API, throw them out on LinkedIn. Like, this is insane. Like, I'm having a moment here, guys. Like, game over. Game over. Like, so much so, I have to watch that again. It literally did everything I asked. And for those of you that are saying, yeah, it's not as good as I could do it, the worst it'll ever be. The worst it'll ever be. The worst. The worst it will ever be. Let's just watch this again, because I thought that was really cool. Like, what do we all think, guys? Do we like it? And that brings me on to the bit that I'm not going to skip. The person whose machine answers your phone call, right, can actually read what you sent it. Now, that's not a bug, that's actually just how it works. The engineer who built it actually said it the best. He said it's like neighbors sharing power tools. It comes down to trust. So share compute with people you trust, and that's exactly why Buzz gates this on your community membership. Only members of your community can share your mesh, not the whole internet. Okay. That's epic. You one-shotted it. I'm speechless, guys. I just don't know what to say, actually. It comes down to trust. This is really interesting. So, again, another piece of feedback here on the video player inside Buzz. It doesn't seem I can dismiss that play bar or move it out the way. So if there were some captions underneath that play bar, I wouldn't be able to view them. So it'd be nice to be able to get rid of that. But apart from that, I mean, it's there. Like, I can use this today. Like, and in all honesty, I do not see myself going back to using a tool like Premiere or Resolve or Final Cut. Like, and that sounds really, really significant, right? Coming from someone who's made YouTube videos for 15 years, showing people how to edit videos with traditional tools. I'm like, this is good enough. It's good enough. It's more than good enough. It's actually better than I could do. So the video we're about to publish, the long form video that I'll publish, I'll try and get it up. That'll be the last beat of this live stream. Is entirely edited inside Buzz using the directions you've just seen me give to get that short out. But instead of over a 30-second direction, it was a long form, 11-minute video. It gave me the final render, and I'm going to get Buzz to try and publish it to YouTube in the way I would like it to be published, so that I can actually end the stream, and then you guys can straight away go from this live stream and watch the video on YouTube to see how it came out. Like I say, I did 3 passes inside Buzz with my agents, Zeus and Kairos, until I got something I was happy with. On the first pass, it made no errors in cutting my video down to size, all right? I want to say that. So like I said at the start of this stream, I started with a 35-minute video, okay? Duration was 35 minutes. Me making flubs, stumbles, stuttering, showing stupid stuff and having it break on screen, having to do retakes, issues like that. I took the raw 35-minute 4K 60 frame per second video, dropped it on my M3 Ultra, pointed a Buzz agent at it, and I said,
do the first pass. It came out, the whole video end to end on the first pass was perfect. It didn't include any mistakes. There were no problematic scenes, no bits where I did the thing but it broke. It one-shotted getting the content of the video correct. And that's really important. And then the next 2 rounds, so that was round 1, getting everything in place the way I wanted it, one shot. The next 2 rounds were simply aesthetics, right? So let me actually, rather than describe this to you, let me show you how those rounds looked. So I'll need to scroll all the way back and try and find those rounds that I did late last night until I finally got the final render. Okay, so yes, round 1. We need to find round 1 and I need to show you kind of what came out here. So we looked at this earlier on in the stream. Oh, I want to show you the way it thought about my feedback. Right. Okay, so here we are. This is round 1. And remember, we actually looked at this a little bit earlier. I'm just going to mute the audio down. So it showed these really janky, clearly AI slop generated cards. And I'm like, no, I don't want AI slop showing in my YouTube videos, please. Make the cards better. So I would go through to, let's actually just scroll through the comments. So shared compute card looked like that initially, which was good, but not great. So look, show and scroll through the blog post. I didn't take a screenshot of the blog post. Previously, I'd have had to finish recording my video, go to the web, fire up OBS, record me browsing the website, put it in as B-roll in another video track in Premiere. Here, to get the blog post included in the video I'm about to publish at the end of this video, I literally said, blog post is here, show and scroll it on screen when I talk about it. AI agent took care of it for me. And then look at this. As I go first, second, and third, the card should animate and show what's happening at 1 minute 03. So let's see if I can play that. Yeah, first, second, and third. So it just demonstrated with a static card, right? Looked really rubbish. So one of the previous comments I was like, literally, I want you to redo these cards. I want you to animate them. And it's like, for this bit, things shared compute can do, I said, I literally want this to animate in. I don't want stuff like that. What else? Yeah, when I say 1 trillion, make a cool animation. So let's scroll through a little bit and have a look. So once I gave the feedback, it took some frames here and it said, I've received this. It said, I can see where Mike wants to do a screen share beat. And it said, here's the fix in your footage. I'm going to show you doing this on your screen while you do your intro. So it figured that out. And so that it didn't put anything on top of my face as it was making cards, it rendered out frame by frame each instance. And when I did screen shares to make sure it wasn't putting a card or an animation on top of my face or on top of something important in the screen share. I mean, this is just like high-level editor-style stuff, and I love it. Took more screenshots, went around, went back and forth with Zeus a couple of times to get things dialed in, and then it made a second edit. I'm just going to scroll and find that second edit for you and play it to you. Another thing I also wanted to say, so we'll look at the round 2 before it gets to round 3. Look at how many feedback I give on round 2. Literally 3 comments. It took me from having about 30 comments to 3 comments, like for the final round, round 3. So round 1, get everything in the right order, perfect as you want it. Round 2 was all about doing the visual effects and the style, my taste that I wanted in the video. And round 3 was, you didn't cut that nicely. There's a bit too much silence there. Literally just like the OCD stuff for round 3, right? Which is in itself like wild and crazy. Let's go ahead and have a look. Literally 3 comments. So again, I'm going to play muted and we'll look. Where the answer appears, I want big confetti on the screen. Okay, so let's play that. 5 seconds, I start talking, and then I show the demo of the AI model replying back to me. And then the answer appears on the screen right there, okay? And hold it longer on the screen. Do you notice the answer appeared and then it cut back to my face quickly? So I want confetti and hold the answer on the screen longer, right? So it went ahead and did that. And then my next comment at 23 seconds, let's play there. All these cards I would prefer to fade in fast with a blur over my camera. Look, it's on a blank background. And, you know, it blanks out my face and there's a lot of black screen real estate here and I didn't like it. So every card should be transparent with, and again, this is an a video editor's term. Oh, look, it's scrolling through the blog post. Like literally the AI agent did that and included it in my video. Gaussian blur that fades in when the card comes in and finishes when it cuts back to me on the cam. Now, you might not know the term, is it Gaussian or Gaussian? I don't actually know. But anyway, it's a term from Premiere that I used a lot to blur out my face as I'm showing something on the screen. You don't necessarily need to know that editor's term. You can just just blur my camera slightly while you show that. That probably would have been enough. And then when we get to 44 seconds in, I've got, what have I got? No, one more comment, 125. When it gets to trillion, hold and then soft explode on the numbers. So again, whoops, let's see if we can go back a little bit. Okay, see, it's showing cards with black backgrounds, which I didn't like. Let's see if this plays. So look, yeah, all of these are floating and it's looking good, but I'm like, no, I want the blur on my camera rather than the black background. It's going to look a lot better, right? So we got this, and look, it held the stuff on the screen a bit too long, so I told it to tighten that up. And then it does the trillion, and I wanted it to finish with an explosion, all right? So I literally gave those 3 comments. I said, like, just blur the camera and show the overlays on screen. Have confetti appear when I show the response at the very start, and then have an explosion when 1 trillion comes in. Again, Kairos went away, went and edited my video, and then gave me back another one, which was insane. And he gave me like part 1, which is here. Oh, and part 2. Now you might say, why have I got part 1 and part 2? That's me working around the present restrictions inside a Buzz relay server. Not a problem with Buzz, but they put an issue on the fact that you can only upload 10-minute videos maximum. So that restricts me greatly at the moment. So I just have to chunk the videos. So I tell AI, do, a 10-minute chunk and then another 10-minute chunk and do them as separate posts. And I can give feedback on the chunks. Works okay for me. And actually, I don't mind it because AI is smart enough to stitch that all back together when it does the final render. So it's not a problem. I can work around it. Obviously, it'd be cool if we could upload videos that were longer in duration than 10 minutes. Again, like I said earlier on, I understand that the restriction is there so that, randoms can't just upload a 10 gigabyte video that's 5 hours long. I totally get that. But maybe it should be a relay owner's decision, what they want. And probably someone's going to post on X later and tell me, yeah, it's already a flag. Just put it here in your relay's environment variables. And if it is, great. I'll be happily told that. So let's open this up, round 3. And, I think, I did one more revision. Start blur here. Blur's a bit too early. Again, let's play this back without audio and have a look. So, yeah, but it did the screenshot capture, zoomed right in on what I needed here. And then it did the thing with the confetti. That was absolutely perfect. And then I think if we keep watching this, you'll see this is where I have my comment. I think the blur came in too early. So I'm talking away here. And then my blur came in a little bit early. Let's wait for it to happen. I'm talking. Yeah, so it blurs me before it shows overlays. So I said start blur here. Okay, but this is much nicer because I'm talking with my camera blurred rather than just a black background. So I gave one more set of instructions and then it absolutely nailed it. So I hope you guys can see that this works. I want to literally end this live stream publishing that video I had my agents edited so you can literally go and watch it after the stream ends and figure out how it all works. But let's look at what your other questions are that are coming in about Buzz AI agents doing my video editing. It's already possible to include agents on a VPS in Buzz. Have they pushed that out? Or is that a hacky answer? Is that a blessed solution from Block or what? AI adoption, you need to tell me. Rob says, what's happening with Tank? So that's a community members AI coding orchestration tool. It's available to my community members. And yeah, it's still got team actively working on that, community team actively doing work on that. It's awesome stuff. Duncan says, did you manage to get chatting to Chief without tagging him? Yes, as you've seen in this stream, that's exactly what I've done. I actually built a script and I put a video about it a couple of days ago. It's called Buzz Untag, where I can basically choose any agent that I want to live in my instance and join any channel, and it doesn't need to be tagged by me. Super handy. Again, I think the team will probably make that a native feature soon, so you won't need my hack. What else have we got? They need a Chrome extension that reads web pages. Yeah, for second brain stuff, absolutely. Buzz needs that desperately. And what they also need, so I can open the Buzz app and I can dictate into my second brain channel,
It'd be nice to have two things on mobile. It'd be nice to have a native dictation button, voice button in Buzz, if you like, that uses a dictation model of your choice. So rather than the native Apple, it could be like you could use Assembly or 11 Labs as your dictation model. And that would be kind of cool to start with. The other cool thing, which doesn't exist yet as far as I've seen, is the ability to share from another app to Buzz. So I'm watching a YouTube video. I'm like, this would make great content. I'd like a take on that. Share button on YouTube, out to Buzz, and then I tag Zeus or I put it in a Zeus channel and I'm like, Zeus, can you watch the video and just tell me like which bits of this are interesting that maybe we could use for a video that I'm working on? Or, you know, I'm reading a post on X, share to Buzz. This is an awesome post. Tell me how it could apply to the stuff I'm doing. So I agree, native web clipper in Chrome. In fact, the Chrome clipper can probably be vibe coded already, right? And then the share thing in the app, that would just be awesome to have. What else have we got here? Definitely going to subscribe to the community. Vavash, it'd be great to have you in there. Work in AI, and it's fascinating. What have we got? Is it me or do others find Buzz complex and overwhelming? Yeah, so for those of you that don't know, you know, at its simplest form, Buzz is like a version of Slack to record your thoughts. And I would say start simple. Don't try and make 10 agents and 100 channels. Make one channel, make one agent, give that one agent custom instructions and talk to it. And then the next step, add another agent and try and get the two agents talking together and see how they work. Set it a simple task and grow from there. Don't try and, you know, it's easy to feel left behind, right? And like, oh, everyone is accelerating and AI is going so fast. But no, you just go in and you just do one thing. You find something that's really annoying you in life or in business and you get that solved. At the moment, I just want to get video editing solved. Like I say, my dream is to walk in every day to my studio and do what I love, record videos about AI and tech. Yeah. The thing I don't really enjoy doing is spending hours editing them afterwards, correcting words in transcripts, and uploading and meta tagging on YouTube. I could be doing without that stuff, right? I just love making the content, the original content. I want to figure out how something works, record a video about it, show you guys, but then, you know, I just want to send it off to an editor, you know, and, you know, I'm happy like to use my subscriptions for this and my API tokens for this. A lot of you will want to know how much this costs. So when I did my full round of editing, I looked at my Claude plan and it was on about 10% of weekly usage. And by the time I'd finished, it had gone up to 22%. So it used about 12 or shall we say like 10% of my Claude Max subscription. So this is very, very rough. I'm going to tell you it cost me. No, but this is not relative because it resets weekly, doesn't it? If that was 12% of my monthly plan, it would translate to what, 22, 24 bucks to edit the video, but that resets weekly, doesn't it? So we're doing 24 divided by 4. So I'm estimating it cost me about $6 genuine usage of my Claude Max plan to do the end-to-end revisions and editing of my video. The thing it cost me more than tokens was time. But that's not the problem, because I've got all the time in the world. Once my AI agents know how to do this stuff, I can go off and have dinner, play sport, go swimming, visit the beach. I don't care, right? Because my agents are doing the work. And I'm spending $6 to have a video edited to a high level. And then I come back and look, and it's great, and I publish. Like, what's not to like about that process, right? It's like, what's not to like? So Scotty says he's already got a Chrome extension that clips for Buzz. That's freaking awesome. Wow, that's amazing. Is Anthropic cracking down on third-party usage? Okay, this is interesting. So the whole OpenClaw saga, where you basically plumbed in your Max subscription and like Claude work, we don't really like that. You're kind of not doing that because Buzz uses a different layer, which runs the harness on your own computer, right? So you're running Claude code on your own computer. And I think the problem was with OpenClaw, a lot of people were spinning up VPS in the cloud and then just having it ride like their Claude Max via like an OAuth login, right? And Anthropic didn't really like that. But the idea is to do this, you have to have something that's always on running the Claude Code harness. So technically, you're just doing the same thing as you would if you had a terminal window open and you were using Claude Code. Apart from you're not doing it in Claude Code, you're using Buzz as a wrapper to Claude Code. So that is my understanding of why that's kind of allowed, if you like. But correct me if I'm wrong there. What else have we got here? Joined in late. Is the short totally AI generated, or was it clipped from a longer video? So yeah, I did. I had my agents clip an 11-minute video, and then I told them to pick out 3 bits. They found 3 bits, and then it did them rough cut because it was still the horizontal video squashed into vertical. Then I gave it specific instructions, and it made this banger short for me. What have we got? Jan is saying, can Claude or Codex also edit videos? They're missing the viewer. So no, like I was showing earlier on, what they will do is frame by frame, they will view your videos and understand what's happening. So they can do everything end to end, which is amazing. Philip's in the house. What else? Thanks, Barry, for the encouragement. Dave's in as well. So what is the software editing the videos? Yeah, it's basically Claude Code running inside Buzz with Fable 5 as the model. I think you could probably use Opus 5. So there you go. Sika Brock is asking, isn't that what Tank might on like a single project you're working on? Buzz orchestrates multiple AI agents to get anything you can imagine done, right? So working with with Buzz, what I can do is I can talk to Claude Code and say, go off and talk to Codex, get them doing that. Get Grok generating this, get this doing that. Let me show you. Let me do a little bit more of an example because I kind of want to end this video here. And it's funny, I was literally like, this prompt here is about me doing this and publishing this out. So I've asked it to the video I'm about to publish. So what I'll say is this as my prompt. Okay, I'm just about to publish the final revision of the long form video that we did. I don't want you to do anything else right now, Zeus, apart from just respond to me and say that you understand the file name of the long form video that is to be published, and without showing any PII or any environment variables or keys in your response, I'd like you to confirm that you have all the tools available to you and other agents to publish. Don't involve any other agents in this right now. Just respond to me in a couple of sentences. The less verbosity, the better, and confirm that you have everything you need to make the video we've produced, the long form one, go live on my YouTube channel. Okay, so we'll send that as a prompt to Zeus. We will wait for Zeus to get back. I'll actually cut to the split screen. We got Nico in the house who's watching. Guys, where in the comments, it's always good to know where people have decided to actually tune into this live stream from. That would be really cool. So we'll wait for Zeus to get back and confirm he's got everything he needs. I can definitely tell you over here that it's all sitting here on my Mac Studio M3 Ultra. We've got the no caption video, and I can see Zeus has replied. So let's go and take a look and see what's going on. So let's look in this thread here. And what have we got? File to publish. So no, we want the no caption one. I can't publish it, and neither can any other agent. I checked. No YouTube OAuth credentials, no Google API. Okay, interesting. All right, so it needs a little bit more guidance from me. So I'm going to say, actually, I think you've got all the keys and environment variables inside Gaia Stream where I've saved them. That's a project I worked on earlier. Locate that and tell me if you have the keys. You should have keys to publish to my YouTube channel. You should have keys to OpenAI to do image generation with GPT Image 2. You should have keys to Nano Banana from Gemini and things like that.
And also, I don't want to publish the video that you've mentioned. I want the no caption version to go on my YouTube channel, please. Don't do anything yet. Just confirm in a couple of sentences that you can find everything you need without printing any PII or keys or environment variables on the screen, please. All right. Living dangerously here with it, having access to all of my YouTube stuff. So, Scotty says, you're in Vietnam. That's amazing. We got Duncan in Dorset. We got Andy in Lincolnshire, which is nice. We got Nicosia from Cloud System. We've got Dave, who's in Paphos. Hey, Cyprus in the house. Nice to see Cyprus representing here. This is so cool. So let's see what Zeus gets back with, because ultimately the end beat of this video is that we get a video live from Buzz to YouTube, and then I can end this live stream and tell you guys to go and watch the video to see how my AI agents in Buzz actually edited the final thing. And I'd love your feedback in the comments when this eventually goes out on YouTube. I'd love for you to tell me like whether you think it was a good shout, whether you think it worked well, kind of what feedback you might have. So let's see if Zeus gets back. He's probably doing a double check to make sure everything is there. Okay, you were right, I was wrong. I love the way AI says that. I checked the wrong places. So we've got environment variables, YouTube client secret, refresh token, all set with permissions to my channel. I've got an OpenAI key, a Gemini key. I've got assembly. I can do publishing. I can do thumbnails. Okay, this is cool. Corrected target, the no captions one, version 9, which is what we landed on. One thing to make sure of before you commit no cap, no karaoke captions. Yes, this is what I want. That also makes the SRT load bearing since nothing is burned in. The only one is this one, which I think is correct. Correct content for this cut, just named for the earlier version. Okay, cool. So, do not publish till my YouTube channel until I say go. That is very important. I want you to absolutely make sure you put nothing public on my YouTube channel until I absolutely tell you to. This right now is just a test to see if we can get this done end to end. So what we did is we did the ideation in this channel. That worked out brilliantly. We planned out how the beat is going to go and some of the scripting of the video. That was perfect. We did 3 or 4 revisions on the video to get the perfect cut, which is now this one. And let me echo back to him that one, because I want to make sure we make no mistakes on this. Wouldn't it be embarrassing to do a live stream where something goes wrong? That's part of live streaming, isn't it? So we are really there. Now I need you to design metadata for the upload. And what I want you to do is I want you to come up with a title, a description, the 500 characters of comma-separated keywords that will go up with the video as well, and anything else that you think will optimize this video for SEO and discoverability. Oh, and don't forget timestamp chapters with SEO style for each chapter and naming chapter after something somebody would probably search for on the internet to find this video. What else do I need to say? And again, I only need to do these instructions once, because once we've done end to end on this, I'll tell Zeus to make it a skill, and then it'll just know what it needs to do every time. But the first time I need to tell it literally everything I want it to do. So I think we're about there. I did some research for the... so look for the kind of words that would work. And then I've also done research in... And then we'll tag in YouTube channel. And you've gone over all my analytics and stats from my YouTube studio to find the banger titles and thumbnail things that work specifically for my channel. So I want you to make sure to read all of that content to really understand that works, and then make the optimal title, description, tags, and any other metadata that will work. And then I want you to go ahead and use GPT Image 2 and generate 4 thumbnails in the style that works for my channel for this video, so I can choose one of them, and I'd like you to post those images inline in your reply. Now, it's very important. I just want you to present these as a simple reply, short text,
And do not take any publishing actions yet. I want to eyeball the metadata and the thumbnail before I give any kind of authorization to publish this. Okay, that was a giga prompt, but let's send that in. So we are getting Zeus on the case. Zeus knows the final video that was edited. It's here that needs to go out. Now he's going to look at all the SEO work and all the ideas I had about mesh agents and shared compute on Buzz. And I did that over in this channel over here. This, like I said, was a YouTube idea. And then I've got YouTube channel where I literally send agents for hours crawling over every video using AI vision to look at my thumbnails, looking at click-through rates, looking at retention time, looking at hooks that work, looking at titles that landed, looking at descriptions that kept people scrolling, looking at comments that were positive, comments that were negative. It literally ripped into everything on my channel and optimized it. So I know this is the good stuff. This is the 1 of 10 because it's literally just going to go out there and be absolutely insane. So this is kind of the end result. I want a banger video that is meta tagged and, done end to end in Buzz. And I'm kind of doing this to prove the concept rather than anything. It's taking a long time. This is going to take me, this is going to be nearly a 2-hour live stream, I would say, by the end. But yeah, I want to show you that this kind of work is possible right now inside something like Buzz. So while we wait for Zeus to tap away there and sort out his stuff, let's see what else we've got. So we've got Manchester in the house. We've got Vana from Cambodia. We've got Muhammad who's in India. Citizen of the World. Very nice name there. Am I using Fable in Buzz? If so, how? Yeah, I've assigned one agent to Fable 5, and that's my editing agent, Kairos, at the moment. I've gone ahead and published the video. That's the really scary thing. Listen, if it goes ahead and just publishes, I'll end the live stream. You guys can watch that and give me your feedback. It might happen. Have you tried Stumble Studio Edit? I have not, Grankers, not heard of it. I know there's a lot of AI. If it's really costing what I calculated from my token usage, which I looked at this morning before I did this live stream, if it's really costing me about $6 in total to do all of that work, then I'm just going to get it dialed in, get the skills into an agent's directory in Buzz, and then, this is everything. Everything's happening in Buzz, man. Second brain, ideation, SEO, tagging, thumbnails, everything. And just imagine you're working with a team. What I would like to do, actually, and I'm going to do this for my community, which, by the way, I love this. As an old radio guy, time for the break. Why don't you go ahead and join my Build with Buzz community, Buzz AI Agent Builders, where we've got a nice round number of 169 members right now who are building with Buzz and doing cool things like building repos. We're actually using, so we have a members repo called Tank, and we're actually now using the projects feature of Buzz to share the source code to it. So source code of a lot of the things we make are getting landed inside our Buzz private members server. Everyone has a Buzz private server, which belongs only to the community. So we're not talking about the public internet with spam and whatever. We're talking about members who've put their credit card into school and are fully signed up to the community, a trusted group of people. We've got a meetup coming in Chicago in a couple of weeks, less than a couple of weeks, actually. It's going to be epic. It's at, what is it? Is it the Marvelous Mile? What's it called? In the center of Chicago, where the Omni Hotel is. Somewhere in downtown Chicago, anyway. We're visiting the Omni Chicago. It's going to be awesome. We've got this Tank repo that orchestrates some AI coding projects, which is awesome. We've got a thread on how my Buzz Relay is actually going, where I'm hosting it, how much it's costing, and things like that. People using Kimi K3, people talking about how to use Buzz for Teams. Literally every question about Buzz right now is getting posted in that community. And I'd encourage you to click on the link down below and join us and at least try it out and see what you think. I can't even upload a video to Buzz somehow, even if it's really short. Don't know, Jan. 100 megabyte is the limit, 10 minutes max is what I would recommend you on that. So watch out for this. That is the thing to watch out for. Magnificent Mile. Thank you. It's the Magnificent Mile. Thank you, Fahim. So that's where we'll be in literally Just over a week. Yeah, about a week and a half. We're going to be in the Magnificent Mile in Chicago. So yeah, if you get into the community, there's a thread there where we're talking about how we're going to meet, what we're going to talk about. Undoubtedly, we'll be talking tank. Undoubtedly, we'll be talking AI tools. Undoubtedly, AI coding, Claude code, Codex will get discussed. And undoubtedly, there will be a lot of buzz. So if you want to come and talk buzz and you're anywhere near Chicago, you need to click the link down below, join up, come and say hi, and pop yourself into that meetup. Thumbs up coming. There's like a good bunch of us that are going to fill a nice lobby area of the Omni Hotel in downtown Chicago. So love to see you there. See, Mike is in Miami, and there's a beautiful Apple store. Well, I'm definitely going to be there because all tech is so much better in the United States. So I'm going to be there. Zeus is taking some time to do the metadata, but I set him quite a hard task. So I'm happy to wait for this. I've sent him out to a couple of channels to find all the keywords. So he's going to make the optimal title. Just to recap for any of you who've joined in, like what he's actually doing, he's finding all the keywords I researched, all the things I talk about in the video, all the best practices for my YouTube channel, and he's orchestrating a lot there. So he's working on putting together thumbnails, title, description, everything like that. And once that's ready, I'm literally going to say go and see if he uploads to my channel. And I gotta say, I'm pretty scared, but we'll see. It's an experiment, but if it works, then it's brilliant. So we'll just, we'll wait and we'll see. But I'm hyped for this. I'm like, totally hyped. Right now, I would just love it if you guys would like come into the chat. Mark is watching in Oxford on X. Come into the chat and ask me your questions. What questions have you got, particularly about Buzz? Because I think a lot of us are discovering how Buzz works, and I'd love to help you out. Whoa! Oh my goodness me! This was done end to end in Buzz. Oh my goodness! Look at this. This is insane. It's doing these thumbnails not based on AI slop, but what it's discovered works on my channel. It even knows the cartoon character of me to use, and I never uploaded it. It must have grabbed it from my channel. This is insane. 0 bills. Now, Dusty Gold. Oh, I like that one. 70B free. All right, guys, I want you to vote which thumbnail you'd click, and I'll go through and I'll do them again. Okay, type in the chat the number of thumbnail you would click the most. Thumbnail number 1, free AI. Thumbnail number 2, 0 bills. Thumbnail number 3, Dusty Gold. These are bangers, by the way. Thumbnail number 4, 70B free. I want you to type 1, 2, 3, or 4. This feels like, for those of you who watch, this feels like Eurovision. I would like the voting to start now. Vote 1 in the chat if you like free AI. Vote 2 in the chat if you like 0 bills. Vote 3 in the chat if you like Dusty Gold. Vote 4 in the chat if you like 70B free. Hey, Jerry's in the house, my friend Jerry. Nice to see you, man. I know we're both circling the same problem here, so I hope this is like giving you a lot of energy here, man. Jerry is awesome, by the way. You should check out his channel, Mr. Jerry Potter on YouTube. Like everything about YouTube. Jerry, I trust your judgment, by the way. Okay, so it's split at the moment, the way I'm reading it. Half for 1, half for 3. Oh, now we're going more towards 3, are we? Hang on, let's be fair and show those all again. Thumbnail 1, thumbnail 2, thumbnail 3, thumbnail 4. Vote now, and then I'll paste all your answers into AI and get it to tell me which one got the most votes. That's how I'm going to do it for fair. Shall we go, let's go full screen again and do this again from the start. Thumbnail 1, which would you most click? This is thumbnail 1. Type 1 if you like this one the most. Type 2 if you like this one the most. Type 3 if you like this one the most. Type 4 if you like this one the most. 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll just give everyone a chance to vote. Thumbnail 1, thumbnail 2, thumbnail 3, thumbnail 4. Let's wait for you all to vote on that. Those are the thumbnails. That blows my mind because that was literally done using a combination of AI models. We got Gemini in there. We got GPT Image 2. I didn't even upload my cartoon character image and it knew that that's what I use. This just is like, see why I'm liking Buzz? I'm liking Buzz. I'm liking Buzz a lot. Let's look at the rest of the metadata. And once you've had a chance, oh, can I post a poll? Dave, you're a legend. Let me figure out how to do a poll. Sorry for those of you not watching on YouTube. How do I do a poll on YouTube? Hang on, I think, oh, start a poll. Okay, all right, I'm gonna do a poll. I'm gonna do a poll. Sorry guys, everyone who voted, you'll have to vote again. Start poll. Let's go, let's go. All right, I think we've got a live poll on YouTube now. Guys, sorry to make you do it again. Can you hit the button, please? Hit the button for the thumbnail you like the most. You're a legend, Dave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is thumbnail number 1. This is thumbnail number 2. This is thumbnail number 3. This is thumbnail number 4. This is so exciting to watch this in real time. I had no idea that was a feature in YouTube. Oh my goodness. It's so good. Well, thank you anyway. YouTube will think my engagement is incredible and probably pump this stream out to more people now that you've all typed in the comments a number. It's like, oh my goodness, this stream is getting loads of interaction. Let's raise it in the algorithm. So algorithmically, it's probably helped anyway. So we'll just wait for your voting to come in. Still time to make things work. Keep banging the button until we get a full outlier winner. This is cool. I had no idea that you could do this. Let's look at what it's done. Okay, so what have we got here? Okay, so we've got title. I built a local AI cluster and my AI agents are free now. That's a banging one. Your old gaming PC can run my AI agents now. I ran Llama 70B, 3 Max, 1 local cluster, no A. So I think the first title is banger. I built a local mesh LLM, shared compute, deliberately not in the title. Your own research says all 3 are dead or poisoned in search. Oh my gosh, what is poisoned? That sounds bad. Mesh LLM auto-completes to an enterprise product. Okay, fair enough. Local AI cluster is confirmed autocomplete phrase, and it's what the video actually is. I built a local, you see, I'd never have thought to use the term local AI cluster. That's a good one. Okay, thumbnail 3 seems to be winning. Description is here, which is cool. Chapters, it's built them. This is just insane. Wow, okay. This is cool. Oh my goodness. Hardware in this video. 3 gotchas. Links. Your community join link. Okay, it doesn't know it, so I need to let it know that. Buzz XYZ. Mesh to the project. Buzz share compute. Okay. And then it's got me tags and thumbnails. So I think, guys, we're decided on thumbnail 3. Shall we try and make it go live? Okay. Right, so title, let's make sure Zeus has everything and doesn't make any problems here. I'm going to make sure, all right, agreed meta, this is such an experiment, agreed meta. So title is that one. You guys are settling on thumbnail 3. I think I do agree, Dusty Gold is... It's epic. It says everything without saying everything, right? It says everything without saying everything. And also I like that has wider appeal. Like, you know, if I do that one, we're already speaking to the AI bros, aren't we? 70B, free. Yeah, man. 0 bills, interesting. Speaks to the money aspect. And I know, you know, we're all about how much does it cost. So I get why it took that angle. And free AI, again, we're keeping the audience very narrow to the AI world already. He says, I want another Azus in my cluster. You just throw all those things into the shared compute, man. I would merge free AI at 0 costs. In the future, you'll have to ask your AI to number the thumbnails. I will. But Dusty Gold is brilliant because literally, like, everyone who has one of these will know that this video is about utilizing that old, like, dusty PC with an NVIDIA 2070 in it that's sitting in the back of your cupboard.
And that's curiosity, isn't it? It's like, I gotta watch that. Yeah, I got one of those in my cupboard. So yeah, we're all going towards dusty gold, aren't we? Wow. Okay. All right. So we've got the title locked in. Now description, I just need to let it know. Description, strip M dashes. I hate M dashes. Never use an M dash. Will it listen to me? It even says M instead of M. Let's just correct that. Hate M dashes. And I'm actually going to say, also commit to your memory. Never an M dash anywhere. I'm allergic to them. Everything else is banger though. That's good. Link to community should be top of fold, and you can use this. And then I'll put in my community link. That's important. Stick a nice friendly emoji on the one-liner before you start the actual description. What else? All of this is good stuff. Okay, community link is sorted. Buzz is there. Mesh LLM is there. We just need to find that community link. Sorry, the blog post on Mesh LLMs because it's asked for that. So let's see if I can find that, and I can. Let's say right here, this is the block shared compute post you need. So we've got that. What machine have you got sitting around? Yeah, get those M dashes out of there, dude. Then it's got all my keywords in, which is awesome. Thumbnails. Okay, I'll just say, okay, thumbnail, everyone in my community agreed that number 3, Dusty Gold, should be the one. Let's use that. Left blank, yeah, the blog post. Title says nothing about 120B, and no, that's all cool. Okay. I think we're just about ready to go. I'd like you to do 2 things before I give the authorization to publish. I would like you to, first of all, echo back to me all the metadata I've just given you and confirm everything, including posting as an image back in line here, the chosen thumbnail that you're going to use. I'd like you to do that. And I'd also like you to do a dry run test to make sure my YouTube API connection is active. Don't use it to make any writes to my YouTube channel. I don't want you to touch my YouTube channel yet. I just want you to check that it works and then come back to me, echo back all the metadata to me, and confirm that the YouTube API works. So if I gave you the commands next to publish, it would actually work. I'm being super cautious here because I know what AIs are like. It's like, hey, I'm not going to listen to you, Mike. I'm just going to publish it, which would be a disaster. Actually, it wouldn't be a disaster. It probably, you guys would understand. You guys would understand. So while Zeus is doing that, I just want you to understand what's happened here in this live stream. For those of you who've maybe joined in late. Last night, I'm using Buzz for everything now, but last night I discovered that Buzz has a really slick video. I called it video editor in a post I put out on X, but that's not strictly true. It's a video player. But the video player has the ability to leave timestamp comments and emojis as you play the video back. All right? Kind of like Loom. Exactly the same as Loom, right? But imagine this, and I can see that there are so many ways this can be used for business, not just video editing. You know, just imagine you talk to your Buzz agent and there's like, I don't know, someone shares a video in there of, this is how I, you know, upload our Shopify stuff to a database, all right? And then at like the 35-second point, they're showing like how to enter the keys into the database, right? And then at that point, you type into the AI agent, can you turn that into a skill? And it watches the video, turns it into a skill. So I'm using it for YouTube video editing, but I'm pretty sure unless like the Buzz and Block team have like a mind mesh matrix plug into my brain, they didn't think that this would be a video editor. But I can see it can be a video editor. And with just a few small tweaks, it can be an epic video editor. Comments, emojis, all timestamped, all read in context by your AI agents. So I discovered that first.
Then I set up 3 AI agents. One called Zeus, who's my chief of staff. One called Kairos, who's my video editor. And one called Theme, who's the goddess of communication, who decides how we're going to write all the metadata. And she's been in the background planning out all the metadata for my video. Zeus has just finished up, so let's show what he's done on the screen. Okay, this is awesome, guys. We're about ready to end the live stream on the 2-hour mark because I think it's going to work. I'm a bit worried, but I can see that this has all been echoed back at me. Okay, confirmed. I'm going to echo all of this to you to make sure that this is absolutely right. Before I do, though, and to wrap up, so I planned the video inside Buzz. I use Buzz as my second brain. I scripted the video inside Buzz. I made a 30-second hook to put in my teleprompter inside Buzz. I got Buzz then to ingest my full raw cut with all my mistakes and edit points and edit it down to a brilliant first pass that was perfect. Then I gave it 2 or 3 rounds of improve this, change this, put this effect here, put this whoosh here, put this thing here, do all that, all the OCD stuff as a couple of decades editor I would want to see in a final video. It got it perfect. Okay, and you can be the judge of that in a moment when this goes live. It got it perfect, yeah? And then after that, I've got it to jam out all this metadata, and now end to end, notice I haven't left Buzz. I'm about to tell Zeus, my chief of staff, go, you can publish this to my YouTube channel, right? That's the climax of this live stream. That's what we're doing here. So, all changes applied, M-dashes are gone, and the rule is in my memory permanently. Yes, please never use I don't want to see M-dashes anywhere. And that was probably a custom instruction I should have done on day 1 with Zeus. But anyway, we're there now. Okay. We confirmed that that is the correct file. Look, it's a 2 gigabyte 4K file, but this is not hosted in Buzz. I want to let you know that's too big to host on a Buzz relay. That's hosted on my Mac Studio M3 Ultra, and Zeus will orchestrate uploading it from my Mac to the internet via our 2 gigabit pipe here. Captions, yep, it's already done that. So that's another pain. Don't need to go into like a drop-down menu in Premiere and download captions and upload captions. It's there in Buzz. Thumbnail, 3, Dusty Gold, attached. I built a local AI cluster and my AI agents are free now. Perfect. Okay. Description, join the community where all of this is running. Nice. Very good. Let's read this all to make sure it's good. I built a local AI cluster out of Macs I already owned, and my AI agents now run for free with no API key and no bill. Buzz shared compute. Good. Keywords here. Nice. Run an LLM locally. And by the way, I know I talk about keywords a lot, but I'm under no illusion that Gemini is reading all of our stuff. So they're running AI over our videos already, but I don't think it hurts to do this well. Share it with your community, point AI agents, everything here runs on my Mac Studio, It's done it perfectly, and it's taken the context that I planned with it earlier. Chapters, answer from the next room, what Buzz Share Compute is, privacy catch. Yeah, this is all good stuff. Hardware in the studio, it's cracked it. This is good. The 3 gotchas in there. Link again to community, to Buzz, to Mesh LLM project, to the Buzz blog post, and a question at the end. Keywords, and it says YouTube API dry run. Yes, channels list resolves to create a magic with 253 videos. Long upload status allowed. Video insert not called. No write of any kind touch on your channel. One honest limit that provides the scope, and read access. It does not prove that a write succeeds, because a write is exactly what you told me not to do. Say go and it uploads as private first unless you tell me otherwise, so you can eyeball it before public. And there is the thumbnail, Dusty Gold, that it's going to use. I like to live dangerously, so let's tell him to publish it straight to my YouTube channel, and we can see if this works. It's probably going to take a few minutes, right? Because it's a 2 gigabyte file. Everything is perfect, Zeus. You have my full approval. Please upload this to the Creator Magic YouTube channel, and you have my full permission and authorization to publish it immediately as a public video. Go. Guys, I'm scared. I'm scared. Ready? All right. This is what this live stream has been leading to. Zeus has seen it. Oh my gosh. This is so insane. Zeus has seen it. Zeus is typing. Now, I'm under no illusion this is going to take some time. I'm sweating buckets here, man. If this fails, what an anticlimax. If this works, though, how cool, right? So guys, when this ends, I'm hoping Zeus is going to provide a URL. I'm going to post it in the chat. I will end this live stream, and I would ask very kindly of you to go over and watch the video that gets published. Watch this, because this was done for the first time completely hands off. I did not touch an editor to make this video. I want your honest feedback in the comments to that video, whether you think my Buzz AI agents did a good job or not. So I want to see you in the comments of the video that publishes next. And I want you to tell me what you think. And be honest, if you're like, Mike, bit of a janky edit at 7:03, put it in there. Because what I'll do, I will self-improve my AI agents by saying, Dave said you left a bit of dead space at 7:03. And this is a good learning for my agents. So real human in the loop feedback from you guys will be super valuable and help improve this. And what I'm going to do once I have it dialed in, I will just share the templates on how I've set this up with my community members. So, oh my goodness, he's doing it. Go received. Uploading now, public to Creator Magic. Oh my goodness. This is the 2.03 gigabyte resumable in 32 megabyte chunks from Gaia, the dusty gold thumbnail, the English SRT. I'll come back when the video URL and verification read of what actually landed, title, privacy status, tag count, description, length, not what I sent, not what I sent, what YouTube says it has. Oh my goodness, guys. All right. Hang with me, guys. And when we get a URL, I'll paste it in the chat and click end on the stream, and you guys go and watch that. I'm so excited. And if you think someone would benefit from watching this live stream the last few minutes, please go and share it out with friends who you think would benefit from watching this live stream. That'd be awesome. We got Incredible on X. John says, are you hosting this yourself or using the hosted version? This is my own private hosted relay. I've got 3 of them on Buzz. One is for my paying community members. They get a safe space to play with AI. And I was thinking of doing thumbnails as an AI agent that lives in my paid community, and having anyone use that agent and generate thumbnails with my prompting instructions. And then other community members can like thumbs up the thumbnails they like the best, so people can maybe get real-time feedback on which thumbnail to use. Although saying that, like, most people in my community are not thumbnail generators. So, I don't know. So, Jerry, if you're still watching, I need to get you using something like that. I need to get you setting up a Buzz server, and we need to get that on your relay, man, because that'll be genuinely useful, I think, because you work with a lot of really cool YouTubers, and I think this is going to be a cool thing. If we can figure a way to get a Buzz agent that does thumbnails for people, that would be very interesting. I mean, it's a solved problem. A lot of SaaS can do this stuff. First attempt bounced. Oh no, guys, the tension is here. Fixed. And it's a good one for camera. It knows I'm live streaming. Oh my goodness. YouTube rejected the metadata with reason invalid tags. My tag was 483 characters, comfortable, so looked fine, but it doesn't count the way you'd count it. Any tag containing a space. Oh my goodness. So hopefully it'll learn that for the future. Trim some tags, only 2 dropped. Every keyword cluster uploading it now 10 megabits per second. That's a bit slow. I wonder what's going on. So roughly 3 minutes to go. Worth noting, the dry run could never have caught this. It proved auth, scope, and read. The tag limit only bites on the right, which is the one you told me not to test. Okay, there you go. There's a good beat for camera. It failed on the first go. Right on, Mike, says Manu. Nice to see you, Manu, in the house. Failing is learning indeed. Google is big because of world knowledge. Love it. Super great watch. Thank you for the share. Hey, man, my pleasure. I just want to share knowledge and excitement. Hopefully you guys can tell I'm genuinely excited about what I'm doing here. And like, you know, I've been excited about AI for the last 2 or 3 years since it's really been a big thing. But I think this is about peak excitement I've had. So I'm literally so excited. Like I have to find time to go and swim in the sea and get outside because I'm locked in. I'm like, this is just so cool. And it's like, once I get all my agents set up, they can literally run my life and my business. And I see it. I'm like, I see it. This is how we're all going to be working. We're just going to have a fleet of AI agents living in an interface like Buzz. We'll have them on a mobile app. We're like, Zeus, can you do this? You know, Kairos, can you edit a video? Theme, can you write this email? It's going to be the future. I'm just telling you now. This is just so cool. Come on, Zeus. My audience are waiting for that YouTube link. My audience are waiting for that YouTube link. Oh my goodness me. I should probably actually load up my channel as well so we can see the moment in real time. Okay, so if we look here, this is my stream in live time. There is no video uploaded and published yet. That's my latest video there. So hopefully when that publishes, if I refresh, we should get a new video appearing. Let's actually go to this screen share and let's watch. So I'll literally, the moment he says it's ready, I'll click refresh up here and we'll see if we get a nice video. This is so exciting. Sitting here refreshing your channel. Mark, you're a legend. Mark is a member of my community. Mark, it's great to see you in the chat. When this goes live, this is going to be insane. Zeus does do progress updates, Dave, actually, and he was doing that last night when I was editing the video with him and Kairos. And he will provide updates, but I kind of don't want to disturb him because this is busy work and like load-bearing work on my YouTube channel, so I kind of don't want to break him in his flow. I'm 95% sure he'd reply with an update, but I kind of just like, silence is good at this stage, I think. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness. Manu, also a community member. Nice to see my community members joining the live stream. Scotty as well is in my community. Lots of my community members joining the live on YouTube, which is epic. Oh, come on. Come on, Zeus. We're all waiting for you to do your thing. I might refresh the channel. You guys will let me know when something goes live, won't you? Yep, no, it's my old video from a day ago. Come on, Zeus. You can do this. And when I prove the concept, I'm literally going to switch on my camera, record my video, hit stop, chuck it on my M3, message Zeus, say do the thing, go to the beach, come back. Oh my goodness, guys, it's live! But it's not. But it's not. Where is it? Where is it? It's not showing up, but it's live. Published on Creator Magic. Okay, copy link, paste link. Guys, do you want to try it? Do you want to try that link? Everyone go to that link now. I'm going to end the live stream if this works. I think it works. Oh, the video is being processed. Sorry, guys. We'll stay on because the video is being processed. So it pumped it out live, but I think if you go to that URL, it is still processing. So it didn't pass YouTube's processing thing. So we just have to keep like refreshing that link. If someone could tell me in the chat when that goes live, and then I'll end this stream. Right, published. It's live. It is live. I can confirm that. Everything is good. I'll just actually, while we're waiting for this to process, YouTube sometimes takes 10 or 15 minutes to process a video, but it's all there. I'm going to leave a pinned comment on it, and I'm going to say, so, plot twist, this whole video was edited by AI agents inside Buzz. I didn't use a video editor at all to make this video. What did you think? And then pointing down emoji to indicate we want comments. Pointing down. That is a plot twist and a half. Comment. And we'll pin it. So guys, when you actually see the video, if you could leave a comment underneath it, that would be brilliant. Let's refresh. Nope, still processing. Stick with me, guys. Stick with me. Keep refreshing. Verified, title, privacy, public, yep, made for kids false, thumbnail, max res, dusty gold, English captions already baked in, 28 tags, science and technology, 2,335 characters, no M dashes, 2 gigs went up in 3.5 minutes, straight from Gaia. One thing so it doesn't worry you, the API currently reports duration POD and definitions SD. This is YouTube still transcoding. Got it. That's what we're facing at the moment. The 4K rendition and the real duration appear once processing finishes, usually a few minutes for an 11-minute file. So we might just hang in here until it's ready. Not here in San Jose yet, says Manu. Okay, we'll hold there. We're processing, reader. We're processing. This is a learning. Nothing is wrong with the upload. See, it's reassuring me, which is cool. That is the full loop closed, one channel, ideation, script beats, cut, 4 revisions, 3 shorts, vertical rebuild of your timestamp notes, metadata from your own analytics, thumbnail, and publish. All right. While we wait, I'm also going to publish a short that links back to that video, because that would be an exciting final beat as well while we just wait. As soon as someone confirms the video is live, I will end this stream so you guys can go and watch it. But for now, you know that short we made that I did a revision with that's really good. You know, short 1, where we talked about shared compute being power tools. Do you think you could publish that to my channel as a short and link it back to the long form video we just published? Because that would be really good cross promotion. It's up. Is it up? It's up. Oh my goodness. Okay. It's up already. Go and watch the video, guys. Leave a comment. I think it's still in SD because it's still transcoding. This is awesome. Go and watch, guys. I'll end. I'll get Zeus to publish a short and link it back to that video as well. Thank you so much for watching this live stream and being here to the end. Leave a comment on that video to let me know what you think of my first ever fully